Welcome to the Gloomhaven multiplayer tutorial, where we're going to find out how to play with friends, and if you don't have any, I'm going to tell you how you can get some, but I will talk about it a bit later. And we're going to try it on Epic Games Store, since that's where the game is or was free, depending when you see this video. So first thing after installing the game, you have to allow, this is very important, so the multiplayer can actually work. And just so you know, I have two computers here. One is connected to my Wi-Fi by cable, and the other one, the notebook, is using my mobile data. So this should simulate you and your friend trying to play together. And while in the menu you can see there's a multiplayer, so let's go inside. You can either join or host a session. And here's how to. And they're basically telling you right here, while in an existing Gloomhaven save game, click escape to open the pause menu and select multiplayer. So we're going to do exactly that. Let's go into campaign. We're gonna start a new game here. So there's really nothing like an arena mode in this game for multiplayer. It is basically same as a single player, but you can play with other players. The same very single player game. So it is basically a multiplayer co-op. We're going to create two characters, Michal and Caleb, because believe it or not, that's our actual names on this channel and in real life. And I think that should be enough. We're on the map, so let's hit escape. Let's go to multiplayer and host session. And it's going to tell you that starting a session actually turns off a tutorial. So if you want tutorial first, go ahead and go through it and then hit escape and go to multiplayer. And as you can see, we have several options. We have a code that we can copy, or we can go to friends. Let's try that. And this is my second computer, so I'm gonna invite myself on the second computer. I'm gonna accept it in there. New players are currently joining the game. That's a good sign. And the second computer just got connected. There's a possibility to play it with up to 4 players altogether. That is the maximum, but you can play it with just 2. And this is definitely the most crucial part. I got stuck on it for so long, so I'm glad I can tell you, because you can see here there are 2 empty places, but there's no way how your second player can possess them unless you hit the escape again, go to multiplayer, and on the mercenary 3 and 4 you change it to other computer. From now on he can create and select those 2 characters. If you don't want it to be 2 and 2 characters, you can always change it, go to multiplayer and change it, like for example for this one, so he'll be able to play even your character to control it. And now let's finally try some mission. By the way, on the second computer I didn't play any of the game, I just started it joining basically without even starting the campaign. So you don't have to play the game at all. You can start playing it together from the beginning till the very end. On the other computer, you have to accept the quest that the host chosen, and once you do, the game will start after that. And if it says waiting for players to confirm for too long, it means that on the other computer they're still reading all the text or picking a decision in the dialogue. Then before going to dungeon, you select the mission for each of your characters, as you do in a single player, and when both of you are ready, you enter the dungeon. You haven't selected mission to your character, there's always 2 to choose from, so make sure you do that. And as you can see, this works perfectly. It is written here which one will start or go second, third and fourth, because both of our computers are called should you play it, but at the very end the ladder changes, it's not visible here. But you can see it here. Should you play it MC is ready and should you play it is ready. So once I do skip this turn for my character, while other player plays, you can control the camera, but you cannot do any action until he finishes his move, of course, but you can observe enemies, their stats, or even look at the cards meanwhile. And now when you've seen how to do it from the first perspective, let's go to the second one to see how you can join and how it looks and what you do. So there are two options. First is your friend will invite you to Epic Games Store overlay. You can see it, you either accept it, or if you wait too long, this will disappear. And you can always get it back by pressing Shift F3, the Epic overlay. And when you click on your friend, you can accept that game invite. But let's say that doesn't work for you. So what else can you do? You can actually go from menu to multiplayer and join session, and your friend can give you his Unicode that appears on his computer right next to the multiplayer. So in this case, it's this one. Hit submit. It's going to connect. And once you're connected, you're going to see exactly like before. The catch I was already telling you about, you cannot do anything here. It says waiting for all players to have mares assigned, like characters. But as a second player, you cannot do anything. The host has to go to multiplayer and change slot to the second computer to you, so you can actually use it. This time you can create your character, assign it, and you're good to go. Once the host selects the quest, this icon will start flashing. You click on it and you're going to accept it if you want to continue. Then everything goes exactly like before. And this is what I was telling you about before. You really need to set objective for each character you are controlling. If you are not going to do that, you cannot progress to the dungeon. And once again, we're in the game. If the game is laggy for you, what you can do is going to hit escape, going to options, display, and your graphics will be probably set to fantastic. So make it lower, make it good, or even simple. And as you can see, the game didn't really change that much. It's still pretty good, and your connection might be much faster now. If the host ends the match, it is over for you as well. But if you now want to continue and you want to be the host and continue the story that you were just connected to, you can now go to campaign and load saves, and it is going to be there. So you can really continue where you left off. It doesn't matter if you were the host or not. And that's pretty cool. It means you can play it solo, then ask a friend to play with you. He's going to jump into your game, but he's also going to be able to continue that game from that part. So he then can play solo to get you further. And then when he invites you, you're going to get his save as well. And if you remember at the very beginning of this video, I've promised you that I'm going to tell you how to get friends to actually play this game if you don't have any, because right under this video there's a pinned comment, and if you put your Epic Games Store username in there, other people can join you, or you can go and look there. If there's someone else, you add him as a friend to Epic Games Store launcher, and then you can play it together. I hope this video was useful. It took some time to make it, so I would really appreciate if you would hit like to this video, so we can make more like this. And we're all about free games from Epic, so if you did get Gloomhaven for free from Epic, great. If you didn't, it means you're probably not subscribed to our channel, so you might consider it, because we are all about free gaming. Not only about that, but we tell you about all free games on PC or the internet. So stay tuned, and I'll see you, or you will hear me in another video.